All right. I just want to say rest in peace to Michael J. Katt Stout, who was a crime investigator on YouTube. Uh, and it's kind of really, it's really freaky. He just did a video a couple weeks ago, and I was in the chat, you know, chatting with people and talking with people. You know, a lot of people are trying to find out what happened. You know, we don't know, but it's something to, and check into. Uh, there's reports out there, people making videos that he was dead for a couple days, and they just found him yesterday or the day before. We don't know. Uh, I was thinking he got out. The Bitcoin finally paid off, and he got out of the YouTube thing because he just didn't need to do it anymore. And some of these people that are famous and on TV all the time and music and stuff like that, when they want to get out of the business, uh, they fake their death and say that they died, and that's just part of the movie or TV or music business. Because they become famous and they don't want people to bother them and stuff. Or either that, or I was thinking, well, his Bitcoin, he was into Bitcoin. And I've chatted with him numerous times about Bitcoin uh, in his chat room on his videos. So I was thinking, well, maybe his Bitcoin paid off and he's out. He don't need to make videos no more. But from what everyone is saying, he did pass. And I even thought maybe they were trying to pull a Don Wells, Chris. I forget. I forget his last name, but he's a crime channel guy too. And they put on this big thing where they made up a story to prove a point, not to believe everything you hear on YouTube. So I was wondering, maybe it was that. Maybe they're just doing a thing, maybe trying to say, hey, don't believe everything you hear. And Michael's going to pop up in a couple days with a new video and say, hey, you guys shouldn't believe everything you hear. So, we don't know what's going on. It is very sad. Uh, you know, but what are we dealing? How did he pass away? He was a vapor, meaning he vaped that stuff you breathe in, which is, did he have popcorn lung? Did he have pneumonia? Did he have, COVID? Someone said he had COVID a month ago or whatever, but everything was fine, or, and he did say he did not get vaccinated. So was it, uh, did he succumb to COVID, a side effect of COVID or whatever? We don't know, but it is something to investigate because something seems pretty fishy. Like I said, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, he did a video. I was watching it. I was in the chat, chatting with people. And, I haven't seen a video from him in a while. And now it's, everyone's saying he passed away. And I just found out yesterday, or the day before, that he passed away. And I was like, no, are you sure they're not pulling up some kind of a thing, faking his death or whatever? Maybe Bitcoin came in and his Bitcoin ship came in and he don't need to do videos no more, we don't know, but from what the reports are saying that people have been putting out in the videos is that he passed away. God rest his soul. He was a funny guy. He did joke around. I watched him because of the Delphi case years ago. Uh, But he also reminded me of Seals and Croft, the guitar players. And I did mention that in his chat one night to him. Dude, if you can play guitar and sing, we're gonna get back. We're bringing back Seals and Croft. Start doing songs, and he was joking around about that. At one day in his chat room, he's real big into Bitcoin. And one day in his chat room, I chatted in there. Everybody was joking around. I said, "You want to see Michael cry? Tell him Bitcoin went up." And he started, "What? What Bitcoin went up? Oh man, no. I guess in Bitcoin, when it drops, it's better. But when it goes up, it's bad." So he wanted it to go down. Or maybe it's vice versa or whatever. But then he started laughing and said, "Johnny Kramer, quit playing with me like that." He was into the Bitcoin real big. Bendejo, Merry Christmas. Similar Aspect, Merry Christmas. Arkstra, Merry Christmas. So like I said, he was a funny guy. And he was onto he worked up mainly on Delphi case. What happened, I don't know. A lot of people want to know. He had a lot of viewers, a lot of people that sub to him. I'm a sub of Michael Katz. And he's got other channels. Maybe we will see him on other. A lot of people are asking questions. What happened? Is this true? Is it a joke? And Greeno and him are playing a joke, or someone else playing a joke? We don't know. We hope not. We hope not. But Michael was very big into Bitcoin. I talked to him numerous times. What's your take on Bitcoin? Is it something we can make money on? And we got in arguments about it. I was like, yeah, but it's not currency that a bank or a store I can't go buy food with Bitcoin. And he said, not yet, but in the future, probably. Now guess what? I went to the grocery store where I live here. They got a Bitcoin machine in there where you could buy Bitcoin. So I was wondering, when I first heard he passed away, my first thing was, dang, I was going to check Bitcoin. I'm like, dang it, he might have hit it big on Bitcoin, and he's done with videos, and it's time for him to retire and relax. But from all the videos that people are putting out, they're saying he passed away. He had a brain aneurysm years ago. Are you kidding me, Cat? He never mentioned it. He said COVID was fake and he ain't getting the. I'm wondering. They said this COVID causes blood clots and everything, so it could have been a brain aneurysm. We're not sure. I don't know. I do know this much. I've been on YouTube lockdown for 7 days. This is my first day back. I don't want to upset YouTube or anybody because they would not let me do a video for 7 days. I couldn't even post a video that I already made or anything. So I don't want to upset YouTube at all. Thanks, YouTube, for letting me come back on. And it's time for me to be a good boy. Yet YouTube shut me down for 7 days, Bendejo. 7 days I could not do a video. So I jumped over to Facebook, and I do have to say, Facebook's videos and the sound of their videos is pretty good compared to YouTube. I was shocked. I started on Facebook, I don't know how long ago, 10, 12 years ago. And then I went from Facebook after being on that for a couple years and doing music videos and cover songs. I went to YouTube. And then I just went back recently to Facebook. and started doing videos on Facebook for 7 days. And the video quality was really good and the sound was really good on it. So I don't know. Yeah, I got one strike. I got one community strike against my channel. That just happened. They said the second time it happens, it'll be 2 weeks. So, I'm going to have to make another channel too. They're sending me stuff. We want, you can collaborate with these people, or I don't know. This channel I'm on right now is a little bit of everything: music, movie scenes, skits, whatever, true crime, whatever, real crime stuff, whatever. And I guess they're saying you got to, if you're going to do crime videos, then it has to be a crime channel. No, I'm not sure. So I'm going to be a good boy on YouTube and not get striked again in 7 days without doing videos. And you know what? It was good. I needed 7 days off of YouTube. And I only did 3 or 4 videos on Facebook while I was down for 7 days on YouTube. But it kind of stinks coming back to Michael Katt passing away. The dude was really laid back. And that's why I liked him. It reminded me of the 70s. He reminded me of an uncle of mine uh, that was, laid back in the 70s, Hey, man, I was like, oh, this dude's groovy. I can chill, So, once again, rest in peace, Michael Katt, you know. Rest in peace. He was a funny dude. And if you went up against him and didn't agree with him, sometimes he would get mad. But guess what? And he would block people. He'd throw people out of chat, right? He even blocked Hugh Grays or whatever his name is, the crime dude, and a couple other dudes that didn't agree with him and they were big channels. He blocked them right away. You're blocked. No more will you be in my chat room. Blocked, gone. Anyone else? So he was, you got to have a certain inquiry for some of these guys that are on YouTube. Michael Katt, Dave Levine and everything. Not everybody likes Dave Levine's channel, but you got to have a certain taste to like Dave Levine's channel. So, I like his channel, discussions and everything. And Dave's funny too. It's an inquiring taste. Not everybody likes my channel or likes me, but certain people do, and that's good enough for me. But my condolences to his family. My condolences to his fellow crime channel friends. My condolences to Anthony Greeno. Greeno's going through a bunch of trouble right now. Hang in there, Greeno. You know, it stinks. And to Incognito, whatever his channel, my condolences to his family. And he lived out here, I think, in Indiana or Indianapolis or somewhere around here he lived. So my condolences. And like I said, I've been in Michael Katt's chat numerous times, joking with him about Bitcoin and all kinds of stuff, and asking him questions. Should I buy into it? And and he would always show a Bitcoin, a gold Bitcoin. Here's a Bitcoin right here, and well, what's your take on it? Where do you think it'll be? Is it a money maker? Is it, some of these guys, even uh Elon Musk was real big into Bitcoin, and so was even John McVeigh. He was big into Bitcoin, and they sold and made a lot of money and got out. So we're hoping that it's a joke, and we're hoping maybe Michael J. Cat Stout is still alive, and his Bitcoin ship came in, and he's retired somewhere. That's what we're hoping. We're hoping nobody did anything bad to him. That's what we don't know. Everyone's asking, well, what happened? He just did a video a couple of weeks ago and seemed fine. Although he always seemed white. The last video he did, he seemed real white colored, pale colored, or I don't know. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the report is and everything. Of what happened. He was investigating people that were murderers. A guy that he was investigating thought a guy that he thought was the Delphi killer was a bad dude in prison, and we don't know yet. Hopefully nothing bad, and he died of natural causes, hopefully in his sleep and no pain. Hopefully the pressure of YouTube fame didn't get to him and he did anything bad or anything. We don't know. We can only hope and pray. I don't know. Yet he was funny. He was funny. Similar aspect. He was funny. And I only watched him for a couple years, but he was on many years before that. He was right there in the beginning of Delphi. And I came in on the back end of it, after I stopped doing music videos, cover songs and stuff, and got into this crime channel stuff. Then I started watching his videos and everything. But what gets me is these are guys that had crime channels, but actually were questioned by the police on certain things. So we really don't know what happened or what was involved. All I'm going to say is rest in peace, Mr. Cat. You had a great channel. Hopefully there was no foul play involving Mr. Cat, Michael Cat's channel or anything. And all we could do is wait for the autopsy or the news on it. I do remember him saying that he was from around Indiana, or used to live here or was on the outskirts of it. So, but he was a funny guy. And I can say this, I did crack jokes in his chat with Bitcoin and other things, and did ask him questions on, is this something I should buy? And you know what he told me? Johnny, you could buy $5 worth of Bitcoin. And next thing you know, boom, that $5 could be 25 or $30 or $50. So I did ask him about Bitcoin, and I'll be crapped if a month ago I went into my grocery store out here and they had a new Bitcoin machine there. And I was asking all the girls, you guys know anything about this machine? Or can I actually, will it give me a gold Bitcoin if I put money in? And none of the girls they didn't know anything about it. We have no idea. So they just put it in there. So, I'm going to check into it because Michael Cat was big into Bitcoin. He did say it's the future thing and you can make money from it, but it's just certain, like the bank don't recognize it as currency, tender, but there is a way to make money in it. So, yeah, we're all hoping this Bitcoin ship came in and this is all, made up and it ain't true, and they maybe something, or maybe it was a joke. We're hoping that, but from the videos I've been seeing, they're saying that he passed away a couple days ago, uh, and someone just found him recently. So we don't know. God forbid. We really don't know. So once again, my condolences to Greeno and Michael J. Katt's Staup's uh, family. He did have a sister in family, so my condolences to them. We're hoping it was nothing bad. We're hoping it was just he died peacefully in his sleep. God rest his soul, and he's in a better place. And that's what we're hoping. You know, we're not hoping anything bad happened or anything like that. A similar aspect is saying natural causes. Similar aspect, is that what you heard? Well, we're hoping that if if you're if that's true, similar aspect that it was natural causes. Um, no, thank God he went peacefully. Hopefully he went peacefully. Well, thank God for that. Then I'm just hoping they're. Everyone was thinking, and I've seen that in the chat. Are they playing a joke? Because the cat did live out here. Um, I was hoping they ain't playing a joke, and then I go walk into my car one night, and there's Michael Cat. Hey, Johnny, I'm the ghost of. I hope he was a joker. He did play games. I didn't know him personally, uh, but only through YouTube and his chat, and he seemed like a really cool dude to me. And like I said numerous times in his chat, dude, if you can play guitar, if I can put a guitar in you and you can sing, we're going to bring back Seals and Croft, because he looked just like the dude in Seals and Croft, the music band. I don't know if anyone watching this knows who Seals and Croft is, but there was the one guy that wore the glasses and the hats, like Michael did. And when I first went on his chat and was talking to him, I was telling the chat, if this dude can play guitar and sing, we can we could bring Seals and Croft back, because he looked just like the dude from Seals and Croft. Yeah, Incognito. I watched her video this morning. She seemed pretty upset. She said Mike got her into, kind of took her under his wings and everything. And you know, I hope she's taking it pretty good and everything. Well, and but like I said, uh, I did joke around with him, and I never got blocked out of his chat, like some people did. And I would always ask him, "What do you think on this with Chadwell and these other guys? Do you think it's a big ring?" I would always ask questions, you know, in his chat or whatever. I'm thinking it's a big ring. That's what I would post, and you know, so he was good at what he did, making videos. Uh, I hope his dog's okay. Everybody was worried about Puppy. You know, natural causes, I don't know. I know he was a vapor, and I did mention that in his channel before. Vaping, they say it's kind of worse than smoking cigarettes nowadays. We don't know. Natural causes, we can only hope he went peacefully in his sleep, and that's about it. We're hoping there was no foul play, nothing like that. But you know what? Similar aspect as crime channels and investigators or even viewers, you know, it's kind of freaky because now we're wondering, well, what happened? He just made a video 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. You know, what what happened? But we'll find out. Like I said, he was a funny dude. He was in his own way. And like I said, if I could have got a guitar in his hands and showed him a couple chords with the hat, the long hair that he had, that was the first comment I made when I went into his chat room was, uh, is this guy related to Seals and Croft? And he started laughing. I was like, if I can put a guitar in your hand, dude, and show you a couple chords, we might have a band again. Seals and Croft, you know. And he had that laugh. You had to love that laugh. You know, he was another one, no teeth. So I felt at home with him because recently I had my teeth pulled. So I felt at home with Michael Katt because he had no teeth and he'd go right on YouTube with no teeth. It was, you didn't make fun of them or nothing because, our grandparents and stuff, family members had no teeth. You didn't make fun of them. You loved them, So it was a great channel. And I hope they don't take it down because it'll be able to go back and memorize Michael and everything, and be able to recap on his videos and stuff. But some of his videos, I'm going to be honest with you folks, I think he was way off. I was like, some of them he was real hot with, and some of them he was kind of way off. And I'd be like, well, where's he going with this video? Where's it leading us to now? But my condolences to his family. I didn't know him personally, only in his chat. And when I was in his chat, I was polite and I joked around. And sometimes I did, but do you want to see Michael Katt cry? Tell him Bitcoin just bottomed out. And he'd read it and say, and someone would say he'd be reading someone else's because someone else would be laughing about it. And then he'd read it and say, what? Bitcoin, what? Kramer, quit monkeying with me like that. So, but he did also have some great pointers on Bitcoin. Get in while you can, buy low, do whatever. Get in. If it falls, it falls. You don't lose that much money. But within a blink of an eye, you might be able to make 1,000 off of $20 or whatever, or $50 a Bitcoin, or you might, so I'm checking into it. Like I said, there about a month ago, not even, well, probably a month and a half, 2 at the most, they put in a Bitcoin machine at the grocery store. So it could have been old Michael Katt getting a hold of Bitcoin saying, hey, I need a Bitcoin machine out there. Who knows? He might be working from the beyond, like Elvis. Elvis's funeral, they say a big tree branch broke, and people said it was Elvis still working from the other side. They have GoFundMe set up from his brother, or I thought he had a sister. similar aspect. No, I don't do GoFundMe or anything. I'm sure Michael was set up. I'm sure Michael, you know, had, Michael, Michael said on one of his videos I watched, I was bringing home 300 and something dollars a day or something like that on YouTube. That's how big his channel was, and people were giving him Patreon or whatever it was, and he came right out and he said, no, at one time I was making great money. So I'm sure Mike was set up. He was only 55. Wow. Wow. Yeah. I'm sure he had money put aside for insurance and everything. He seemed like a pretty intelligent dude. Uh, you know, I'm sure he was uh, wasn't expecting it. We don't know. This might have been an ongoing situation that he just didn't talk about in his chat. So, this might have been a condition, ongoing condition. It might have been something he knew was happening, but didn't let people know about it. Some people are funny that way. I had a family member like that. You can tell something was wrong, but they would always say, don't worry about it. It's nothing. And then one day they pass away and we're like, what do you mean? So I just wanted to touch base on Michael Katt. He will be missed. He was a funny guy. I'm like a lot of people, we're hoping that it was a joke, or maybe his Bitcoin ship came in and he just made so much money he didn't want people to bug him, so he passed away. Or maybe he opened another channel and is saying goodbye to this channel. And sometimes, in the movies and TV and music business, that's how they do things. They mysteriously disappear, but end up somewhere on an island drinking Maui Wowies and smoking Kush or whatever. We don't know. We're hoping. That's what I was thinking. First thing was, I hope this is a joke. One of the YouTube things, don't believe everything you hear on YouTube, yada, yada, yada. That's what we all were hoping. But now there's been 2 or 3 videos out there saying that he did pass away and he was dead for a couple days, and they just found him recently. So, another Alice in Chains, Lane Staley thing where he passed away. No one knew where he was. A couple weeks later, they found him. We don't know. Greeno was on today saying he left the U.S. Greeno left, or Greeno left the USA, or Michael Katt left the USA. I don't know. Something's fishy is going on, boys. Michael Katt and Greeno were real good friends, supposedly. A warrant for his arrest. Doesn't want to be in jail. Boy. Well, Greeno, that was the most stupidest thing you could have done, was leave America because you have a warrant. Anybody knows that you would have been processed, and you would have been released on an I bond and been out in a couple days or whatever. Leaving and on the run. Well, now you messed up even more. And that's the truth. I don't know if you're watching this, Greeno. Greeno does watch my channel. He has been in my chat before. I got no beef with Greeno. But I'm trying to tell you the facts. The facts is it was probably bullcrap warrant that you probably would have been released on or bonded out, and now you took off with a warrant. That's evading. Greeno, I don't know what has gotten into you, dude, but that was, you shouldn't have done that, because you know the USA, Greeno, if they want you, they're going to get you. You know, even if you go to a country that says, we're not going to turn them over, believe me, America has ways to open their tentacles and reach out and get you. So you should just, I'm being honest with you, turn yourself in. You know you're going to be bonded out. Uh, you know, I'm sure people would have bonded you out if it was a high bond, 20,000 or whatever. But you taken off out of the country, well, that was not smart. And I know you're going through a lot with the loss of your family and now Michael Katt and the warrants that you had or the charges you had on you. But it's just getting worse. You can't stay on the run forever, Greeno. You know, call yourself, you know, call the, come back to the United States, turn yourself in. You know it'll be an I bond. You'll I bond yourself out. Even if it ain't an I bond, they're still going to set a bond. You probably would have been able to bond out and then got your legal defense together to fight whatever. But you taken off out of the country, if that's true, that ain't good. Merry Christmas to Ricky Compton. Ricky, it's kind of cloudy here. The weather ain't too cold, but we got rain coming from what they're saying later on. All right, guys, I'm done with that. Similar aspect. I wish Greeno wouldn't have took off. That's not good. That's making him look even more guilty. He should have stayed in the U.S. and he should have went ahead and turned himself in. He would have been bonded out, or they would have set a bond right away. And he could have worked on getting his bond together and get out and everything. But something ain't right. Something is just not right. Oh my God, Ricky Compton. Does your wife have a sister? Not to change the subject, but Ricky Compton just commented, yesterday afternoon, my wife gave me the greatest gift ever, a Gibson Tony Wyoming SG. Good God, Ricky Compton. Does she have a sister? That's the type of woman a man wants, is a woman that knows the man. And he plays guitar. What'd she do? Bought him a guitar. Oh, God. Hopefully she's got a sister. Merry Christmas, Ricky Compton. Yeah, Tommy Wyoming Gibson. Oh, good God. That's the type of guitar you put under glass, Ricky, and you just look at it and polish it. And you put a spotlight on it and say, look at this. Can I touch it? No, don't touch it. Just look. She had an airship to the house. Good God. I got to find me a woman like that. All right, guys, enough with this. I got dinner to make. My mother made, or my brother and his wife made giant trays of lasagna for Christmas dinner. But they had to go out of town. And my mother invited me over to her house. But I wasn't feeling too good because I had a couple hot links. that were on sale, 99 cents for a pack of 8 of them. They're like sausages, but the hot sausages. And I had 2 last night, and it just didn't agree with me. So she's like, well, come over. They made lasagna. I'll give you a tray of lasagna. My mother made Italian sausage with the red gravy sauce. So she gave me a whole bunch of the Italian sausage, salad. My sister-in-law that's married to my brother, her mother made salad. So they gave me a whole bunch of that, sent me home here. I got garlic bread already here and red sauce or gravy, whatever. The Italians are picky on that. Some say gravy, some say red sauce. I don't know. So I'm going to have lasagna tonight if my stomach ever calms down. You know, I thought, great deal, 99 cents for giant red hot sausages. I had 2 of them last night with guacamole, cucumbers, onions, mustard, ketchup, and sweet relish. And I woke up this morning and my stomach was on fire, and so was my butt. So, but there's reports of the flu going around in town, just the regular 24-hour bug flu. So hopefully I didn't catch that. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Ricky Compton, Merry Christmas. I'm glad you got a beautiful guitar and a great wife, Bendejo. Merry Christmas. Similar aspect, Merry Christmas. Anyone else pop in here? I don't think so. I think I got everybody pretty much that's usually stops in. Oh, Arksta. Merry Christmas to him. Macum, MacTBB. Merry Christmas to him or her. And I might be back later. You know, this break from YouTube was really kind of nice. You know, kind of boring, but I got stuff done around here, so that's good because I ain't constantly on YouTube. And, you know, anything is a drug, and YouTube and internet can be a drug to people. So, you know, be safe. And there are people that are bad on YouTube that do bad things. So be safe. Merry Christmas to everybody. Once again, my condolences to the Michael J. Katt Stroup family. My condolences to Greeno, that it was his best friend, supposedly, and Incognito Crime Channel. My condolences. And my condolences to his fans and viewers. He was a funny dude. He was intelligent. And yeah, he will be missed. It is sad. It is sad. But Stroup, I might have got his name wrong in this video. Stroup. Stroup. So my condolences to his family and friends. And you know, hopefully we see him again. And if he was suffering in any kind of pain, he's now at peace. So, and as far as Greeno leaving the country, I don't know if that's true or not, but if he did, Greeno, turn yourself in. It can't be, it's not like you're up for murder, you know? So you're going to probably be bonded out. So turn yourself in. And I know what you're thinking. You might turn yourself in at another country so you could do your time there. But That's not the way it works. They'll expedite you back to the United States. You'll have to do your time, and they will keep you locked up if you stay on the run and they do catch you. They won't let you go because then you'll be uh, uh, one of them legal terms, uh, a liability on taking off if they do. So you should have just turned yourself in. You might have spent a night or two in jail before you went in front of the judge, but you probably would have been I bonded. Uh, and not if not I bonded, a bond would have been set. You could have called a bondsman to get you out. But taking off and running, something ain't right there. Something's fishy. I would suggest turn yourself in. Come back to the States, turn yourself in, your hometown. But I got to go because I got food to make, and we keep getting attacked by this thing, whatever it is. We don't know. You guys have a Merry Christmas. Talk to you later.